Are you guys game?
Yes! I asked my mom, Mommy, ano to?
Pero super embarrassing.
Okay, due to popular demand, next question na tayo. Hi! I've been wanting to make a video specifically for teenage girls because I know that this is a time of your life that has so many changes, you know, from your interests to your problems, even your body and life in general. I know it can get so confusing. So as an ate to many of you, I want to hear your stories and share some of mine too. I invited 3 teenage YouTubers to play a little game with me. Please say hi to Sofia and Bella Manzano and Bella Racelis. Hi, Bella and Sofia and
Hi.
Bella R.
Hi, everyone. Hi, guys.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good.
I love it. Thank you so much. I'm good. I'm happy that you are all free to get to chat and play a little game with me. So basically, it's a very simple game. We will be talking about different topics about Pagdadalaga first. So we will flash a topic and then we will answer the question about the topic. Are you guys game?
Yes!
Okay, so our first question is makeup.
Ooh.
What was the very first makeup item that you bought for yourself, as in your money? The one who will answer this is Bella R.
I think mine was a lip tint. I was so pale kasi before, so I wanted some color on my lips. I wasn't a fan of lipstick back then, so I tried lip tint. I think it's more applicable to my age.
Do you remember how old you guys were when you bought that first makeup item?
14 or 15?
Yeah, 14, 15.
Next question. Let's roll our game. Next is Pimple. When did you get your first pimple or your first breakout, and how did you deal with it? For this question, it's Bella and Sofia.
I think we got it pretty late, but I remember the first time I got it. It was the first day of school pa, like sobrang sakto, first day of school. And it was on my nose. And I didn't know what to do. I was like, should I wear a bandage? Should I just cover it all with makeup and whatever? But then I had to understand that it's normal to get pimples. Like, it's a natural thing and it happens to like literally everyone. Don't overthink it, you'll be okay. It's just high school. It's not college.
I know, grabe talaga yung experience when you get a pimple. Ako, the pimple story I will share is my first pimple, but not when I got it. But you know how when you have a pimple and it's so big, ako pa naman, I don't get pimples na maliit. When I get a pimple, yung talagang malaki, and it's like, hello, nakaganon talaga. Of course, my mom told me, don't prick it, don't pop it, don't touch it. But I couldn't help it. So, ending, pinutok ko yung pimple and syempre, niregret ko kasi the scar, kapag pinutok yung pimple, lasts much longer than kapag hinayaan mo lang matuyo on its own. So, to everyone watching this, don't pop your pimples!
Don't do it!
Okay, next topic is crush.
Hi.
Oh my God. The one who will answer this question is Bella R.
I want to get this over with.
Tell us something about your first crush.
No names. I won't drop any name. I was in grade school, and for some reason, like, everyone knew about my crush. I don't know how. Maybe because of my friends. They were teasing me a lot. It was embarrassing. But when you think about it, like, every girl in my school had a crush on that guy too. So
schoolmate mo siya? Classmate? Batchmate?
Classmate.
What were the kilig moments in the classroom? Kasi meron yan eh.
I can't remember any killing moments. Parang crush at first sight. He was an officer during that time, pati ako. So he would.
So may extra bonding, may extra opportunity. Pero the first crush is always memorable. Okay, due to popular demand, next question na tayo. The next topic is okay, prom.
Oh my God.
Share with us one most memorable moment from your first prom. The one who will answer this is Bella and Sofia.
It wasn't necessarily during prom. It was a few days before prom. My promposal. I proposed in like the most awkward and embarrassing way possible. We were in this conference and like we were in the hallway. There were a lot of people. It was loud. It was like the worst place talaga to ask. But I did it anyway, just to, get it over with. But yun, so I said, dude, are you free next week? Can you go with me to prom? And then I said, oh wait, I have to pee. And then I ran to the bathroom. And then I hid there for like 30 minutes. And then yun, parang 10 minutes later, he texted me saying, oh sure, I'll go with you. And yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wait, is it safe to say exclusive school ka? That's why you had to ask.
Yeah, it was required.
Required. Pero at least in fairness, kahit hindi mo natanong properly, yes, sa'yo.
Yun nga I'm so thankful he texted pa saying yes.
And mine is really a very different story because my prom story is that I didn't go to my prom.
Oh, sayang!
So I went to a co-ed school. And at that time, third year high school, yung boyfriend ko was from another school. And he was the type that was super protective and very possessive. So hindi ako pwede pumunta to my prom. And because I was so in love, sabi ko, okay, hindi ako pupunta. Needless to say, I regret na hindi ako pumunta ng prom. So please learn from me. You can enjoy the prom whether with a date or with your girlfriends. To all the girls watching this. Next topic is big decision. Okay, medyo mas serious. What was the first big decision you made for yourself? The one who will answer this is Bella R.
I think choosing my course because it was really hard for me because I had to choose between business course and multimedia. And like, I'm super interested in multimedia kasi since, I'm a YouTuber. But since I took up ABM for senior high, I said, why not just pursue a business course because it will be more beneficial in the future.
Who helped you make that decision between multimedia at business?
My mom and my manager, because they were talking about it and they were like, it's more beneficial if you take up business management. Because my family is business inclined, that's why they influenced me to do business.
Okay, let us go down to our final question. Let's see what it is. It is period. Okay, so share your first period story.
The story was actually super funny. I was 13 when I got it, and I was in my sister's house. I was using her bathroom. I shouted through the door because all my sisters were there, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got my period! And then Bella, she sort of just opened the door, she entered, and she's like, what? She was laughing. It was like something to celebrate, We have no more kids at home. It's like everyone's... And it was probably more memorable for her than it was for me. Because she even wrote it in her calendar. You got her. Putting that aside, it was just like, it's so funny because like in 1 second, like from being a kid, I suddenly became like an adult and like started really noticing the changes that were happening to my body and kind of knew like what benefit you have to step up in how we take care of ourselves. And one of the ways we did that was really having better feminine care. So I started using deodorant. Started using deodorant and also feminine wash, face care stuff.
I love the support system. Okay, how about you, Bella R?
I was in my tutor's house. Tapos, I went to the comfort room and then I was so shocked. I saw like red stuff. But I ignored it muna. And then, sakto, we went home na after. So I went to the comfort room just to check again. And then sakto, my mom was there. I asked my mom, Mommy, ano to? And then she said, wow, dalaga ka na. That's your first period. So she was shocked. Ever since naman, my mom keeps on educating us about caring for your intimate area. Lagi naman niya kami ginaguide.
As you mentioned kanina, Bella, when you got your period, what your mom said was, oh, dalaga ka na. I guess entering teenage life is really a signal that the three of you said it, that we should take better care of ourselves, of our hygiene. I do want to ask you, Bella and Sofia, you mentioned that your mom used to make, or your mom makes natural soaps at home. Why did you feel it was time to use feminine wash?
We just became a lot more conscious about, that area. Yeah. toxin part, we wanted to really clean it properly with extra care. Yeah, so we decided to change. That's when we made a big shift to using pH Care's Guava wash.
How about you, Bella? What is your story about how you discovered the pH Care Natural Guava?
I have been using pH Care for the longest time. I used to use the pink one, but when my mom got the pH Care Guava, I realized na this is also a good variant. So, ayan.
I wanted to ask you, because it seems like you always mentioned your mom. So it's your mom and I guess ates that you run to for advice on like changing things in your body. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen or consulted an OB-GYN?
No.
Never. But do you think that if you had the chance to ask questions about feminine hygiene and what happens down there, would you be game to have a conversation with one?
Yeah, definitely. We're so curious to like know.
I do have a surprise for you girls. For being game to play this game, I will call on someone very special to join us. There you go. Hi!
So fun!
Bella, and Sofia meet Doc Sherry. Hi, Doc Sherry.
Hi.
So, Doc Sherry is an OB-GYN. Thank you for joining us for this call. I do remember kasi when I was Bella, and Sophia's age, I haven't gone to see an OB. It wasn't something that I talked about with my mom. Parang nahihiya ako. If it's okay, we'd like to ask you questions about taking care of down there. See, pag Pinoy, we're even awkward to talk about it di ba? So, okay, who wants to ask first?
Can I?
Yes.
How old are we supposed to be when we visit?
So actually, there's really no hard and fast rule regarding that. But the general recommendation is that you go at 21 years old when you're going to have your Papa Nicolau smear, your pap smear. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's a procedure that we do to screen for cervical cancer. Or you can go earlier if there are any concerns.
First time ko at an OB nung ikakasal na ako. But I assume, kasi ako, iniisip ko, I read up naman. Parang, di ba, naman, nag-aral naman ako na mabuti. Pero I guess talaga these are things we have to talk about kasi nahihiya pa rin tayo to ask.
No, I was just about to ask if it was painful or not.
Oh,
That's
that's the usual question. If we say kasi it's painful, wala na magpapapap smear. We say it's uncomfortable, but then we do it very carefully. Para it will cause the smallest discomfort.
I have to second what Doc Sherry said. It's uncomfortable. Tsaka malamig. Di ba, Doc?
Because the speculum kasi is steel.
Yeah. Doc, I do have a question. When you don't have your period, you get white stuff.
Yes.
And sometimes it's white, sometimes it's more clear. What is that?
The white stuff is actually a vaginal discharge. The vagina kasi, it has a way of cleansing itself, actually. No? So, vaginal discharge is produced by the glands in your vagina. Most important thing lang about it is that you have to distinguish which is normal and abnormal. So, what you describe, Bianca, that's the normal discharge.
Okay.
But you have to smell it if it's malodorous, if it's greenish or parang pus-like, that signifies an infection.
If it's not in the normal that you mentioned, is that time to see an OB?
Yes, it is. It depends on your immune system din eh. Pag bumababa yung immune system mo, sometimes, kunwari, the patient will text me, Doc, parang nag-change yung discharge. Tapos kinabukasan, nag-text na siya, ay parang okay na siya, nawala siya. Kung bumalik ng immune system mo, nag-normalize na yung flora, parang gumaling ka. So you just observe, if it's persistent, then you have to consult the gynecologist.
Baka natakot lang siya, Doc, at sinabi niya.
Yes, advice ko, you use a feminine wash. Sige nga, tingnan natin. Kasi you just have to restore the vagina's pH. It's very important that you maintain the pH and then the lactobacilli flora, the normal or the good bacteria, intact sila or mas madami sila than the bad ones. So that you won't have the infection.
Doc, I have a question po.
Yes, Bella.
How important is it po to use feminine wash? Like, should you use it daily po?
Walang strict recommendations na, daily you have to use it. It's just that every day kasi hindi mo naman na-ensure that your immune system is good, that the flora is good. So we encourage the use of the feminine wash. And then it depends on what you use. So there are feminine washes na may antiseptic kasi, na you can't use then every day. But there are feminine washes which are milder. So you just have to maintain the pH kasi so that the flora will be maintained.
I do have a last question, Doc. There is a Pinoy paniniwala that after you give birth, magpapakulo ka daw ng dahon ng bayabas, ng dahon ng guava, tas yun ang ipapang wash to help you heal quicker. What is it in the bayabas leaves that cleanses or heal?
Generally, may antiseptic properties kasi the bayabas. So, yan, ang dami niyan. Even for the yung when you have the chicken pox, pinaliguan din ako ng mommy ko. Before.
Nang pinakulo ang guava leaves.
Yes, guava leaves before. Kasi may antiseptic properties naman din kasi.
Oh, that's why. Okay, so Doc, thank you. I guess before we let you go, what is your general bilin to all the teenagers who are watching this about taking care of our feminine area, taking care of everything down there?
You have to be hygienic, of course. So, especially if your lifestyle, meron ding nagpupuyat, no, you're not super healthy all the time. So, to maintain your vaginal flora, the pH of your vagina, you do feminine care, of course.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you,
Bella, Sofia, and Bella, thank you as well. I hope you learned a lot and had fun with our
Thank you
so much.
Thanks also for being game to talk to Doc and to play with us, and to everyone watching. Thank you! I do hope that our stories and our conversation made you feel a little less alone with whatever it is you are going through. And I'm sure ang dami niyong natutunan kay Doc Sherry. Yung mga sagot niya, nakaka-enlighten talaga. And I actually wish I had the chance to ask her these questions when I was a teenager. So part talaga ng growing up is really experiencing all these changes in our body that we really have to take special care of. And natutunan ko that for our feminine area, soap and water may not be enough talaga, which is why we have this. Tada! I actually wish na meron ito nung ako ay teenager, ang Care Naturals Guava, because it's made of real guava leaf extracts, and it really will help with protection against the bacteria and the odor by maintaining yung sabi nga ni Doc na right pH balance. So normal lang, natural lang, maging confused sa lahat ng nangyayari. But know that for your care down there, PH Care's got you, girl. Till next time, bye!